Okay, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Well, well. Well, CJ figures out why we can't hear him. Hey, Bobby. Oh, CJ. Nice armpit, CJ. Okay, well, for those of you that have just jumped on, hey, Joanne. It's my sister's birthday tomorrow, but I guess I won't see you tomorrow. And I don't know who else has jumped on. Well, CJ's figuring out the issue. We can't hear you. No. No, we can see you. CJ's figuring out the sound issue. We are continuing on our series. Yeah, oh boy. And he's the producer. I don't know what. We're continuing on with the part 3 in our series of the 6 human needs. If you haven't taken the test, you can go to our website at gritandgracetv.com. Click on show resources, take the test, have your partner take the test, make your kids take the test. Oh, I can hear something.
How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sweet.
Woohoo. Hey,
Cool.
Janet. Hoa.
Wow. Awesome. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
No, you can't hear me again.
No, I can hear you.
You said, oh, you can hear me, but.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So we're good to go now. We're good.
We're good.
All right.
We're good. I'm excited. I can't wait because you said you had something. So now I can't hear you again. You did something and you screwed it up. Okay, well, I'm not a lip reader. What the? What? What? Uh-oh. And he walks away. Okay, so we're continuing with number 3 in our series of the 6 human needs. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Monica. So, what day is it today? Friday. Tuesday and Wednesday, we did the first 2, which were certainty and uncertainty. I really hope he's coming back. And so now we're continuing with number 3, which is significance. And hey, Stacy. And so we're going to talk about significance. If significance is one of your top 2 needs, then you're going to want to stick around. Or maybe your partner, maybe significance is their top need. If you don't know what we're talking about, please go to our website and take the 6 human needs test. Go to gritandgracetv.com and click on show resources and take the online test. There's no email required. There's nothing. You just click the button, take the test. Oh, look, he's back. And then you can find out what your top 2 needs are. There's no right, there's no wrong. This is really to understand how you make decisions, how you move through life, and why you keep doing the dumb shit you do over and over all the time, and you just don't understand why. So this just helps you to understand better how to balance things out in your life. So he's back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. Well, oh, hey, hi, guys. How's it going? I've got some live guests, apparently. See? Hey, check it out. See, got some live guests. These are some neighbors.
Ooh.
We got a whole lot of going on here tonight. So, Lynn, when this little piece here, this little freaking part
Yeah.
goes to shit, apparently you can't hear me.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, so
Why did it go to
that's
shit?
who knows. Anyways, so I was not here. You saw me walk out and then walk back.
Yeah.
Have no freaking clue what you were talking about,
Okay, well, I
but
just
that's
clued
okay.
everybody in. I clued everybody into what we're doing and that six human needs. So you take it away now.
All right, I'm gonna take it away. So I planned a special opening for tonight. I haven't been able to do an opening that made Lynn laugh very hard for quite a while, and tonight I think I figured something out. I think I figured something out that's gonna make her laugh so hard. She might do that whole, what's that thing that Paul Bart or not Paul Bart, it was on what's that one where you got Adam Sandler and all those guys? It's like burp, snort, fart thing, whatever. I am going to make you fart. It's that's probably how funny this is going to be. You ready? Are you
Okay,
ready? See, you're
let me put
already
my.
you're get your tissue.
I'm just
Get
concerned.
all right.
Okay.
So are you ready? You know how I like to sing every now and then. So
Oh,
I
you're gonna
came up
sing.
with a new opening. You ready?
Okay. I go
All
ahead.
right. I'm probably going to screw this up, but that's all right. Here we go. Y'all ready? Hey, give me a one if you guys are ready. Give me a one if you're ready to check this out.
Or thumbs up. Just
Or
hit that
thumbs up. Give
screen.
us a thumbs up. You can give a thumbs up. It's all right.
He's gonna
Anyways, here
sing
we go. I'm
here.
going to do it anyways because apparently there's only 8 people. There's one thumbs up. We're good to go. There's a heart. Hey,
Oh,
we're
there.
rocking. There's another thumbs up. All right, let's get them coming. Ready? Here we go.
There we go.
Out in the country, past the city limit sign, where there's a honky tonk near the county line, the joint starts jumping every time Grit and Grace comes on. How do you like
I love
that? You got CJ and Lynn getting it on, giving you
it.
folks all something to talk about. How do you like it?
Oh my God. That's
All
good.
right.
Did you write down the lyrics? We got to get somebody to record
No,
that. That'll be our opening song.
no, I did not. I did not write down the lyrics. I kind of just made it up as I went. Been working on it for like the last, well, 30 seconds, but it came out. It worked out. We're good to go. So tonight
You
we're
did
talking about the
awesome.
6 basic human needs, and we're talking about significance tonight.
Hmm.
Significance.
Yeah.
I
This is
was actually
not.
kind of surprised when significance came up
Oh,
because I figured it would come later in the show, like a week from now.
no. Are you
But
reading
it's
these
number 3
comments?
on the list.
Are you
What's
reading
that?
these comments? Are you reading these comments?
I know, I love it. Great opening, Janet. Thank you very much. Joanne, don't quit your day job. Shit, I knew I did something wrong. Oh, Amy Pikes, sorry you missed it. Well, maybe it's a good thing that you missed it, but it happens. It's okay. It's all good. So, yeah, but significance is tonight's topic, and we're going to have a good time.
Hmm. Significance. This is kind of a pivotal, interesting need. Um, well, yeah, you're right in a way, Hannah. We get all our needs met. Uh, in in various ways and in various levels, but we do operate from top two needs. So that's why it's so valuable to take the test, because your top two needs are your dominant, and that's really where you function from. But yeah, absolutely. Sure, I love some significance. Who doesn't like a little bit of, knowing that you matter, right? So that's really where it comes from, is knowing that you matter, that there's some recognition for achievement and accomplishment and all of those things. So if significance is your top need, then definitely you're someone who wants, you want to accomplish some things. You have some goals. You believe that, but believing that happiness comes from being respected, that you're important, that you accomplish things. These people really need to be considered unique. Don't even suggest that they may be a follower, because they'll lose their mind. And they really strive to be unique. And let's listen to what they're saying.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go over that. All right.
Bye.
See you guys.
People with high significance really need people to look up to them. Like, they want to be respected, they want to be admired, they want people to look up to them. Now, this belief, having this as a top need, can definitely serve you. You know, it serves you that you want to be different, that you want to be special, you want to be unique. All of those things, you're going to strive, you're going to work hard, and you're probably going to accomplish what you set out to accomplish. So it definitely serves to have this as a need. Now, this is not a top need of mine, and it isn't of yours either.
No, not at all. No, but it did rank a lot higher than I thought it would in my needs test.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a top need, but it's one of those things, you know, anybody who that puts themselves out there, and you can spot these people pretty easily. The people that put themselves out there, who are willing to talk about themselves, who are willing to just pretty much shuck judgment to the side, you can pretty much guarantee somewhere in their hierarchy, significance is going to be, not, I wouldn't say high, but you're probably thinking 3 or 4. I would put them at 3 or 4 minimum. And then you can really recognize these folks when they're like the number one. If significance is number one, you'll recognize these folks right off the top when you meet them, because the first thing they'll start doing is they'll start validating what they do. It's like, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I've got a PhD in this, and I'm a rocket scientist. And they will start telling you all these things about themselves without you ever asking for it. You can be pretty sure that significance is very high in their priority list. Does that make that a bad thing? No, it doesn't. But to some of us, to some people, it may be a little off-putting, because sometimes they come across as arrogant. Chances are they're not arrogant. But they come across that way. So it really is kind of one of those needs that it's really balancing a fine line.
Yeah. I have to say hello to Lorraine, who just joined. Lorraine, she was my best friend in kindergarten. We've known each other since kindergarten. Our parents have been best friends like forever.
Oh, wow.
So, hey, Lerb.
Well, if you're going to say hello to Lorraine, I'm going to say hello to Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine, how you doing? No, I want to give a quick shout out to Justin O'Keefe. He actually works with me. He's my boss, and I got to admit, he is probably one of the best bosses I've had ever. To be laying it on the line, not butt kissing, not doing anything else. Like, he is literally one of the best bosses I've had. Lets me do my job. He supports me in doing my job, and just leaves it at that. So thank you, Justin. I appreciate everything you do, man. But yeah,
I want to tag on to what you said about them talking about accomplishments, people that have significance as a high need. The other thing you might notice is these people, they get significance from being like the sickest. They're always sick. They always have aches and pains. They get significance from having like the biggest failures, like no one's like had the worst luck than them. So that's a negative way to get significance. And there's nothing wrong with having that need met. So that just gives a little bit of an idea of how you can spot those people. Because when we can spot these people that is their need, then we know how to relate to those people. We can use their language, right? Because those people are going to say things like achieve and compete, very competitive. They'll use the word rejection, all those type of high power type words. That will help you understand where they're coming from. And then you can meet them on their level. So
And you got to look at our space. I mean, the space that even you and I are in with doing the live streaming and podcasting stuff like that. The people look at the person who we modeled some of this around, Tony Robbins. I can guarantee you that significance is not necessarily his number one, two, or three, but I would guarantee it's probably a number four, or maybe possibly a five. But I would say it's probably at least a number four on his list, because the people with significance as a higher priority, mid to high priority, they're going to be more comfortable putting themselves in a situation where they're in front of people.
oh yeah.
A lot of your Hollywood actors and actresses, they're going to rank high on that significance list. Same thing with your politicians and things like that. So
Yeah.
it's
And you know what
not
the
bad. It's
challenge?
good for that.
Oh, absolutely. We all need a little bit of that. But the challenge for people that have significance as a top need, where they operate from, their biggest challenge is love, finding love, being in
Yeah.
relationships. And so we see that like in celebrities, right? Like they're breaking up and
In
hopping
and
into
out.
bed with
Yeah.
someone else all the time. I
Sure.
would bet that a lot of them significance is a top need, and they don't get the respect that the way they perceive they should be getting respect. They need to feel like they're like number one all the time. And and again, not good or bad. It's just when you go and you try and get that need met in a negative way that doesn't serve you and certainly doesn't serve other people. So you lose sight of what really matters. And it's important to learn that if you are a person that significance is one or two on the list, that you got to learn the value of love. You can't let anybody in, and you can't have love in your life and connection if you're operating in a way of getting that need met in a negative way. So it's really to know that sometimes love is more important than respect. And it's,
Yeah.
humility is an important virtue. And if that can never be practiced, damn, you're never going to find love and connection, because they're never
And
going to meet your need the way you want them to, or the way you think they should.
and speaking of humility, that's a tough lesson to learn, especially for someone who is constantly coming across as being arrogant. And now, mind you, here's a crazy thing. Significance is one of those traits. If significance is your number one thing, if that's your number one need, and you meet other people with number one need as significance, or maybe even number two, they're not going to recognize the fact that that person's arrogant or that person needs humility, things like that. It's usually the people that come from the place of love, that's a high need of love, or maybe a high need of contribution or something like that. Those are the people that usually have a harder time with the people with the significance as a priority, just
Yeah.
because they're more giving. The more I don't want to say extroverted, because that's not quite the right word for it,
No.
but the people who are constantly looking at ways to give back more so than receive, those are the people that are really going to have a hard time connecting with the people with significance as a higher priority. And
Yeah.
that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't connect with them, and it doesn't mean that you can't work well with them. It's just
Mm-hmm.
in order to understand all the things that we're going through to meet our human needs, once you're capable of recognizing that and going through the shows the way we've been going through them, we're trying to arm people in a way that they can recognize traits that, okay, I know that person's significance, I know that person's more uncertainty, I can get away with a little bit more there, I know that person's more certainty, I can't get away with a whole lot there. Being
Yeah.
able to recognize these traits in people will help you succeed in communicating and working with these people in such a way that you can both get your needs met.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's really all this is, knowing these is like a handbook for yourself and for dealing with other people. But, you know, again, there's consequences. Getting these needs met in a negative way, you know, it there's consequences to that. You know, if you find it difficult to connect with people and make friends and you're constantly struggling with other people, you know, that could be that you're wanting them to like kiss your ass all the time and people don't want to kiss ass.
Relationships. This is huge for relationships. How many times have you been in a relationship, whether you're a man or a woman, and say you're a woman, you're in a relationship with a man, and he comes home and he's talking about all these great things that he's done, and he wants you to appreciate him, he wants you to respect him, he wants you to almost worship him. And then when you start talking about your day, he just kind of like, little
Well,
bit,
this
off
does
about it.
tend to be a male need. It
It
does
does.
tend to be a top male need, significance,
Yeah. And that's
respect.
why I
You
use the
know, they
female
want
to
like a
male one.
whole friggin' certificate because, you know, they like did some dishes. Like, whoa, they did dishes, right? I don't know what that's a man thing, totally. Like, okay, well, I just
Hey,
like stripped 3 beds and cleaned 2 bathrooms and went grocery shopping and made dinner, but you did the dishes, so we will have a party for you.
yeah. Well, see, here's the thing, and here's the reason why that happens is because, people with significance, they don't like being told what to do. They don't like to be dictated to
No,
at
no,
all.
or
So
criticized. The least bit of
if
criticism.
yeah, so if you're in a relationship with this person and you're like, can't you just do the dishes? Why don't you do the dishes? Why don't you do the laundry? They're going to just totally rebel against that whole theory, that whole concept. What do you mean? I mean, I went to work for like 8 hours today. I shouldn't have to do the dishes. I shouldn't have to do, but they completely discount the fact that you went to work for 8 hours today, or maybe you still have to go to work for 8 hours, and you've done all these
Hmm.
things throughout the day. They completely just
Yeah.
blinders. It's not about what you've done. It's about what they've already done and what you expect them to do. However, if you just don't say anything and they go and do the dishes and you don't give them an attaboy, then it's like, I just did the dishes for you. I worked
Yeah.
8 hours today, and it goes both ways. There are some women who have significance but it goes both ways. So I'm not just bashing on us guys. It just
It does go both ways,
input whatever
absolutely.
you
So
want.
if you understand that tends to be a male need,
It tends
I
to
know
be,
the
yes.
I know the reaction would be like, I know, you know, the knee jerk reaction would be, I do the dishes 3 times a day. Like, you want a freaking certificate for that?
Yeah.
But if we want things to go well, we go, I know, thank you so much, babe. You're so awesome. It just takes like, and you know what that's going to do? Then they're going to find something else they can do for you. So that's how you meet somebody's need in a positive way. Then they're going to return that and meet your needs in a positive way. And that's the whole point of this, is doing it in a positive
Janet
way.
Janet says, sounds like a lot of
But
work. You know what? It's not really that
but
much
you could
work.
be rewarded handsomely. But this is not just in relationship. This is just an
No,
example,
no,
right?
this is anything. Even at work, I've worked with guys who you work your butts off for 12 hours straight, and you got that one guy that's just pissed off at the end of the day. Like, what are you mad about? We just accomplished something that nobody else has accomplished. Like, well, you didn't even say good job to me. You didn't even say this. You like seriously? That's what you're upset about? The fact that I didn't pat you on the back, slap your ass, high five you, whatever it is that you like to do. I didn't give you that, so now you're pissed.
Yeah.
That's the type. I mean, it happens across the board, whether it's relationships, business, or whatever.
Hmm.
That's just one of those things. But in order to get the most out of these people, if you recognize you have someone who works for you that's like this, and you give them that high five or that attaboy, I guarantee you they will work even harder to do even more for you, to accomplish more for you, to be able to get that attaboy or that good job or that high five, whatever.
Yeah.
So
See, and I think
knowing
sometimes it's
this,
because we're not, if that's not, if that wouldn't meet a need of ours, we may see that as insignificant. Like, really, do you need to be praised that much? Well, that's the way they are, just the way you are. That's the way they are. So then meet their need. If you if they really need a pat on the back, then give them a pat on the back. Gee, that makes them feel good, and it would make you feel good because you'd see it makes them feel good. And this is how it works. This is how we be good humans and meet each other's needs. Yes,
so I've
you're
got
right. People just want to be appreciated, like that you matter, that you make a difference, right? So it's really just in recognizing. But for people that um, this is one of their top two needs, it can go a little over.
so this is the first time on a Facebook Live like this, like we've been doing that. Lynn has actually froze up, and I don't know if it's on her end or if it's on my end, but I'm just gonna just kind of go into something here real quick. Um, anyways, so yeah, Janet, yeah, yes, please, Lynn, come back. Yeah, I'll send her another invite. I don't know what happened. Oh, I guess I already have her invited. So I don't know exactly what happened, but I'll get her in as soon as she requests to come back in. But so you're absolutely right. People do love to be appreciated. Some people need more appreciation than others, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's always good to appreciate the people that work for you or work with you. And it's mainly, mainly one of the reason is it's not so you can manipulate more out of them or anything like that, but everybody wants to know that they're appreciated in the job that they're doing. So even if this is one of the lowest, say this is the last basic human need you need, this is like way at the bottom, number 6 for you, it's still a human need that needs to be met in your life. So we all have them. It doesn't matter if it ranks number 1 or number 6. We all have these human needs that we need to have met. So wherever significance rates on your level, you still need to have that met every time. So Lynn is coming back. I'm going to get her added back on, and we will just continue where we were going. And I've actually got a story I'm going to tell everybody, but please just bear with us. We will start here and just there we go. We got her back. All right.
I don't know what the hell happened. I just got booted out. All of a sudden it froze.
I don't know. It just froze on your side, so I don't know if maybe if you're using Wi-Fi and your Wi-Fi got a little wonky, that could happen. Or if you're on, see, I don't use Wi-Fi when I do this. I'm actually using my data on my phone because my data is more stable than my Wi-Fi is.
Bizarro. Anyways, carry on.
So, anyways, like I was just saying, it doesn't matter where in the 6 human needs this lies, whether it be number 1 or number 6. It's still a need that needs to be met in everything, in everybody. So we are all going to want to be able to hear people say, hey, good job. Everybody needs to be told good job from time to time, patted on the back a little bit. Some people need it more than others, but it's definitely something that is at least appreciated. Even if you don't need it, it's still appreciated. So that's all I was saying there.
That's freaking scary, Hannah. Really? Shit. Did you read that comment?
About Facebook checking up on us? They're not checking up on us. What they're doing is Facebook just looks at people and they say, is this a live stream that we want to push out to the big live audience? Because Facebook controls.
We are part of that.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a deal. Facebook's going to do what Facebook's going to do. I appreciate everything that they have done. if it wasn't for Facebook,
Hmm.
Hannah, you and I wouldn't be talking right now. Me and Todd wouldn't know what the heck I'm talking about right now. And I wouldn't be able to say, hey, stop talking about Bitcoin on my show because that's spam, dude. Chill.
Yeah, I keep
Nobody gives a
seeing
shit
that.
about that. But anyway,
Yeah.
Todd's one of my really good friends. I love him to death. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to give him all the time. I'm going to interview him. I will give him all the time he wants to talk about Bitcoin, but don't spam my show. Yeah, don't do that.
Don't
That's
spam the
just
show. That's
that's
not
just
cool,
being a
bro.
dick. That's just being a dick. Anyway,
Don't be a
I
dick.
love you, brother. I can say that because I actually know the guy. If I didn't know the guy, I'd probably be like totally just. I'd be like last Wednesday night when I was like totally just
Oh,
fried. I didn't know what the fuck I was
poor
saying.
you. You
Anyhow,
were like, yeah, you were pretty stressed on the last show. I was like,
oh
what is
yeah, that
going
was
on with this
crazy. That was crazy. But
guy? Okay,
so back to six human needs significance.
so what's our time? Okay, we've got some time. So
Oh, we
the
got plenty of time.
character. The character of somebody with
Oh,
has significance as top human need. What?
I wanted to tell this story.
Oh,
I've
tell a
got a
story.
story. This is a recent
Can
story.
I
This
turn on the
happened to me
light for
this. Yeah, let's turn down the lights a little bit.
you? Okay.
How about that? How about that? Let's
There
get a
we go.
little ambiance going. Ooh, it is October, by the way. Anyhow, so
I hate
this
October.
week, I was working on a job site. Who every now and then, when we're on a job site, we have people who like to watch us work. They like to watch us building their house. They want to see what's going on. Well, this particular guy, let's just call him Dick, for lack of better names. And Dick decided he was going to sit in his Suburban. Let's put him in a Suburban. Dick decides he's going to sit in his Suburban and watch us work. Well, as we set the house up and we get things going, we're installing water and sewer and this and that and the other. Dick decides he's going to tell us how to do our job. He is,
Oh,
yeah. So this happens Monday, and then Tuesday we didn't, and then it happens Tuesday. Then Wednesday we weren't able to get out there right away because we had other things to do. So we get out there Wednesday, and you got to go about our business. Thursday morning, same thing happens. We didn't get out there until afternoon because we had to do some other things first. We get there, and all of a sudden, Dick decides that we should have been there sooner. We God dang it, day starts at 8 o'clock. You should be here at 8 o'clock. So I had to have a conversation with Dick,
Dick.
and the conversation didn't go like this. It went like this. And the conversation I had with Dick was, I've got a boss. I don't have two bosses, just one. And you're not one of them. So, Dick kind of went about his business as I went about my business. Well, then
In the
today,
truck?
yeah, in his truck, he just drove off and did his own thing. Well, then today we're out there doing our thing. We're there early. We get there in time to do a full day's work. Problems come up. Problems that need solutions come up. So I have a solution. I have to drive away. I have to leave the job site to go solve the problem. Well, the whole time I'm gone, all there is a bunch of yapping as why the hell isn't he on the job site? Where's he at? Why isn't he working? Why is this guy standing around? So I get back and I hear all the conversation that's going on. Dick wants to know this. Dick says this. Dick wants you to do this. So I had to go over to Dick again and I had to reiterate, Dick, you're the customer, not my boss.
Oh, he's the customer?
He's a customer. You're the customer, not my boss. I understand how to
Oh.
do the job. I will do the job. And when it's finished, you can inspect it. And if it's not to your liking, then you can talk. Until then, leave me the fuck alone. So I walked away. Went back to connecting plumbing. So okay,
Yeah.
so we're connecting plumbing. We're getting everything out. I go to turn on the water, the main water supply. He says, "Don't do that. I don't want water in there because it might freeze." No, I need to have water so I can test to make sure there's no freaking leaks.
Yeah.
So I win that argument. I turn the water on. The water goes through. There's a freaking leak. So, okay, so I go and I fix the leak and we're all good. We turn the water on, it's good to go. No more leaks. And he says, well, I hope they come out here tomorrow so I can make sure this gets done. I lost my shit. I packed up my gear. I drove the fuck away. I don't know how many times you have to tell somebody that. So, if you're paying attention, significance is not my number one. It's not my number two. It's not my number three. But it does lay in the top five. Let's just put it that way. And I don't like it when people dictate to me how I need to do my job, especially when they are not the guy that signs my paycheck. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the kind of week I had this week. And holy shiitake mushrooms. I tell you what, it was a good thing that Wednesday was my frazzled night. And tonight, I just kind of let it all go. I said, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm out of here. Let's go. Let's have fun. Let's get on with grit and grace. So yeah, that was my story. That's my significance story for this episode of Grit and Grace. But talking about character, every
That's sort
single
of
one of
somebody
the
who
things.
needs significance, Dick. It
And
sounds
this
like somebody
guy
who's,
literally needs his significance level is way higher than mine. He has to control every step of the process. He has to be the boss. There is no telling him what to do. He's going to tell you whether he's the customer or not. It doesn't matter. He is going to tell you what to do. So significance, I
yeah,
would say, is very high on his list, but it's high enough on my list to not put up with his shit.
yeah. But see, and there's an example of him getting that need met in a negative way. And usually, if you don't get it met in a positive way, you are going to try and get it met for yourself. And it just is not in a good way. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
It's really these people really have to, these people, what they do is they avoid people who don't admire them or treat them well or treat them with respect. They avoid situations where they don't feel superior or don't feel like they're the life of the party. They don't take rejection well. They don't want to hear any of that. Um, they hate losing face. They hate
yeah,
losing face. So,
and I will also add that Dick,
Dick.
Dick, he is one of the six wealthiest people in my community. So that gives you another insight as to the type of people who may carry this as a priority.
Yeah. It's a big one. Significance is a big
Yeah,
one.
it is.
This is a bit, we could talk on and on and on about it, but we don't have that time as much as you and I could talk and talk and talk forever.
Oh yeah, no, I mean we could
We'll
talk
do that
forever on this one.
when we do our road tour.
Oh yeah, road shows can go on forever.
We'll do that. So we always like to leave with something positive, solutions, things to try. We like to finish off shows that way. Let's finish with the growth and balance for these people that have that as a, significance, that's their big
Sure
thing.
thing.
You
Excuse
want
me,
to take
sorry.
it away?
So my goal is to be loved for who I am, not because of my accomplishments, but because of the respect and admiration of others. I need to learn the value of love and connection more than respect and admiration. That's so true because, like we were talking about earlier, uh, love isn't necessarily what they value, and some of it may be the misunderstanding of what love means to them. So for them, it
Yeah.
is extremely important to understand what love really is and how they can
Yeah.
implement that into everything else around them.
Hmm. Absolutely. Because they can get that, but they're going about it the wrong way, right?
Hmm.
Um, to get that, to try and get that connection, they feel that that person just needs to admire them.
I'm celebrating with Janet because Janet growth is number one, so I'm celebrating with her, girl. Right on, girl.
So what to do? If this is one of your top needs, we're talking balance and growth because we want to grow again. You're not wrong. You're not bad. You need to get involved in experiences where you won't get any admiration, any special pats on the back, any special different respect. Get involved with those things. You need to work less. These people usually work a lot. And I get the whole hustle and all of that. Sometimes you have to do that for a period of time. But again, this is all about balance. Work less, but love yourself more. These are usually the people that are covering something. So they're trying to get that from somebody else. You need to spend more time admiring yourself for who you are, for how far you've come already, loving yourself more, need to relax a little bit more. Indulge in pleasurable experiences rather than getting the false, because you can always get false admiration. Wouldn't you rather have something real? I mean, there's people that can kiss your ass all day long, but maybe they just want something from you and it's not really there. We have to go within and get all of these things from ourselves. So we can meet our needs in a positive way, then you're leveraging the strength of that need. So then you'll have a chance to get those connection and that love and those relationships that you really want. Hey, Tom.
Tom is in the house. Merlin is in the house as well. Jeff Reed, thank you for watching the show. So, what
So what?
interferes with your goals? Well,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, that constant the constant need to feel special interferes with your goal. To feel like you're an important part of the game, or maybe you're the leader. You know, it's. I used to tell my soldiers all the time, the good leaders, the best leaders, are those who are willing to be led. The ones who can turn over that leadership role and support that leadership role, because there in and in itself is a leadership quality, to be able to support the leaders, to be able to support the projects, to be able to give to the people that are taking that leadership role at that time. That's an important thing to be able to do. So, the things that interfere with that goal is those people that just can't allow themselves to be led. So you have to give up a little bit of that control sometimes.
Hmm. Yeah, Jeff, because that's where we learn and that's where we grow. Um, you know, it's those people that are willing to to serve that it comes from a different place, where it comes from a real, true place and not a place of lack. Because I think when you're lacking within yourself, you can't truly lead well because a leader does not look for significance. They do it because they have to, and they couldn't imagine not, um, getting down in the trenches. If there's that expression that if serving is below you, then leading is beyond you or beneath you or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so how can other people support you if it's your top need, significance? How can if you want to find a way to get that met in a positive way, you can ask for other people to help you by introducing you to interesting, challenging, or fun experiences that you're not an expert at, that is something that you're not familiar with. So you're not going to be looked at as the one who knows everything, the spotlight on them, the teacher, the leader, right? So, find out what your friends are doing and maybe join them in something. And I know it's uncomfortable. I remember a couple months ago, I went to a paint night with my sister. And so I thought, this will be fun. Like, I'll get my sister and we'll go together and we'll do this. I was terrible. I hated that I was terrible. Like I hated that I was terrible. It was so like there was an example of, I like to do well at what I'm doing. I mean, who doesn't like, it's like starting a new job. Do you ever feel any more stupid than when you start like a new job? I hate that. You feel like a complete fool and you think, did I ever know anything? But, you're learning someone else's routine and how things are. And so, nobody likes to feel like they don't know things or they're not an expert or looked at as like the leader. Um, but sometimes you have to do these things. They humble you. They show you that, yeah, you don't know everything. I mean, I had a great time. I wasn't expecting to have the best painting, or I was wanting to have a good time. We laughed. So there's an example of doing something that I know a lot of people don't want to try anything because they're like, oh, I'd be crappy at that. Like golf. I hate golf. I don't understand why people golf. I don't get it. But I will golf. Like, we'd have company tournaments and we'd go golfing. I mostly drove the cart and handed out Sambuca shots. Like, so I just like made it fun in a different way. And I think I would golf like, I think by the time I got to the 12th hole, my hands were sore. I was hating it. I would kick the ball. Like I didn't give I'd let somebody else hit my ball and I would just
I love it.
drink,
I
right?
love it.
And Fireball and Sambuca. I mean, that's just a tradition. Like every summer golf tournament, that's what we did. But yeah, see, I don't
Awesome.
get the whole golf thing. Hit a ball, chase it. Hit a ball, chase it. Hit a ball. I don't get it. So, but I go and have fun in a different way, right? So there's something else I do that I completely suck at. I hit the ball, it goes 10 feet, but I have a
Well,
good
I'm
time. So,
I'm right there with you. I am horrible, horrible at golf. In fact, I've got a crazy story for all of you at some point in the near future about my golf game, but I am not going to do that tonight because you guys deserve way better than this. But anyways,
oh
that
yeah.
we are running up on the very last few minutes of our time. So I want to
I
turn this
golfed
over to
today.
Lynn.
Sorry.
I
Sorry. We
want to
golfed today. It
turn
was a
this over
gorgeous
to
day today.
Lynn. No, it was not. It was a horrible day. It was windy as hell. The only
Not
way you're going to
here.
golf well today is if you were golfing with your putter. So Merlin, no, put it away. It's done. It's over. It's history. Get it out of
Hey,
here.
I'm good once you get to the spot where the flag is, the hole. What's that? What's the green?
I love you to
Like what's
death.
that
Oh
area
my
called?
God, that is so awesome. The green.
Like what's that area where the grass is shorter than the rest of the grass? Where
What
the
color is
hole
the
is.
grass? What color is the grass
It's
on that?
green.
That's what it's called. Oh my God, I love you to death. Oh, you make my life worth living
Oh,
another day.
I'm good at that part. I'm good at that part. Like I'm really good at that part. I can like get that ball. Like I could be just on the green and I can hit that ball like into the hole from far away. I'm good at that part. I'm good at mini golf. Yes, I'm very good. See, that is but hitting that, ugh.
So
Anyway,
putting is your superpower.
yes, I'm much better at putting. Yes, I am.
And Jeff's over there thinking, yeah, but driving's my superpower. Anyway, I'm going to put that away. Sorry, my bad. Anyhow, so we are, like I said, coming up right at the last few minutes. And we want to let you know where you can find us. So, Lynn, why don't you let them know where they can find more grit and grace?
So if you haven't taken the test that we're talking about, find out you can get that at gritandgracetv.com and click on show resources tab and you will see 6 human needs. You can take the online test. There's nothing required. You don't have to give your left arm, email, nothing. Take the test. It'll give you some results. And this is what we're going by, and we're just giving some extra info. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll never miss one of these. You can do that on our page. You can find everything you need on our page. All the places that are audio only is available. Some people can't sit and watch video, but if you drive and you want to listen to us, then you can catch all the audio there. Everything you need is there in one place. We do play Monday nights on milehighradio.com. Go there and check it out. Download the app and listen to the awesome music and the awesome shows that are playing there. Tomorrow, you might be super interested because this is a big thing for a lot of people. We're going to continue part 4, and this is a huge topic. We know this from doing our own shows. We know this from talking to people. We know this. Number 4 that we're talking about tomorrow night, join us if this is a big thing for you, is it love and connection. So that's not tomorrow night. Did I just say tomorrow night?
Yeah, you did, but I know what you meant. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night is when you can catch us live on Facebook.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. You got to be here. You want to be here because you need to be here because we are your 7th human need. Trust me on that one. I promise you.
I love that. Your 7th. But listen, I want to say too, if you've been watching or you just watched tonight and you got something out of this, you enjoyed it, you liked us for some reason, please, please, please go to our Facebook page and leave us a review. Please. Yes. It does make a difference for us. It makes a difference with how Facebook works. It will make a difference for us in lots of other ways. So please just take 20 seconds and go leave a review on our Facebook page. We'd so appreciate it. So, God. Definitely. And if you missed the beginning of the show, you're going to have to watch the recording of this because CJ sang. So you're going to want to catch that.
Yeah, well,
that's all I'm saying.
I might have something special planned for the outro. So.
Ooh.
Maybe. And then again, maybe not. Anyways, so thank you very much, everybody, for checking this episode of Grit and Grace out. This has been part number 3. If you haven't checked out 1 and 2, go back and watch them because it just makes sense. You can't. Yeah. You don't start watching a series in the middle. You can't watch Game of Thrones from episode 4. You got to start at the beginning and go through them all. Just do it. I promise you, it's not a waste of time. And then when you're doing that, somewhere in there, when you've gone through 1 and you've seen 2, and now that you've seen 3, head on over to gritandgracetv.com, hit that resources tab, take the test. I promise you,
do it.
I was extremely surprised at my results. And I even took it a second time, and they didn't change. I took them 2 different times at 2 different periods, once before this whole thing started and once after I knew a little bit about what we're talking about. They haven't changed. So please go take that test. I promise you it is going to open your eyes to a whole new realm of possibilities. Yeah, so with that, everybody, thank you very much. Lynn, do you have anything?
No, I'm good. Said it all.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much. Again, leave us a review if you liked any part of this whatsoever. And have a fantastic weekend. We're in the middle of October. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you back here Monday night for Love and Connection.
So with that, I saw the light, I've been baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.